Hi, my name is Brenda, and today we're going to be making a Christmas chocolate chunk cookie recipe. Old St. Nicholas's favorite. And we're going to be using ProCare's calcium dark chocolate calcium supplement. It's little tiny bars. They're so delicious. We're going to be using those as our chocolate chips. Next, gather up all of your ingredients. So first we have our dry ingredients of 3 cups of almond flour, finely ground, or you can use all-purpose flour if you're not sensitive to gluten. Secondly, 1 teaspoon of kosher salt or regular salt, 1 teaspoon of baking powder. We also have 1 cup or 2 sticks of butter, and I would recommend bringing those to room temperature so that they're a little bit easier to mix. 3/4 cup of brown sugar, 3/4 cup of granulated sugar, 2 large eggs, and you want to whip those up really good, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, and of course we have our calcium dark chocolate. And I took the little bars and put them on a cutting board and chopped them up into small little pieces that look like this. So just little small pieces. Okay. First, before we start, we're going to heat our oven to 375 degrees. Preheat it. Okay, we got it heating up. Okay, next we're going to mix our ingredients. So I have our dry ingredients that we're going to mix first. We're going to put those in a bowl. Our flour, our salt, and our baking soda. Okay, and then you're going to mix that really, really well. Then we have our wet ingredients, which are the butter. Put that in there. Our light brown sugar. And our granulated sugar. Okay, mix that really well. Make sure that the butter is well blended. And then when that is to a good consistency, you're going to add your vanilla. And then add your eggs, 1 egg at a time. I've mixed my butter and my sugars, and I'm mixing in my flour right now, all in one bowl. And just adding a little bit at a time and continuously mixing. Okay, and I noticed my consistency of my cookie mix was getting pretty thick, so I'm going to hold off. I have just a tiny bit more flour left. I'm going to hold off on adding any more. Make sure that you want it to be thick but not overly thick so that you can add in your chocolate chunks, our favorite part here. Add those in slow and just kind of mix. You can add less if you would like less of them, or you can add more if you want more of them. This batch actually has 1 full bag of the calcium dark chocolate, which is a 30 count. And the sea salt that we have on the recipe is just for a finishing touch to sprinkle over the cookies if you decide to do that at a later point. So I'm just going to kind of keep mixing, and next we're going to get ready to put them on the baking sheet. And a little pro tip, I like to use one of these melon ball cutters. It makes it about the right size. You want to do it about a teaspoon or tablespoon, I'm sorry, in size, and space them maybe 1 inch to 1.5 inches apart. Enough room for them to expand, and it goes pretty darn fast. Okay, our first batch is going in the oven. And we're going to put them in for about 9 to 11 minutes. So I'm going to set my timer. Okay, we're ready to take them out of the oven. This batch has been in about 10 minutes. They look absolutely delicious, and you can either slide this parchment paper off and just kind of set the cookies to the side for your next batch, or you can put them on a cooling rack. I don't have a cooling rack, so I'm just using these. And get ready for your next batch. Now this ended up being about 4 dozen instead of 5 dozen, like our serving recipe shows. But if you want them to come closer to 5 dozen, I would just make them just a little bit smaller. I filled the melon cupper, I filled it up to the top, so you could probably just fill it a little less, so that you have a total of 5 instead of 4 dozen. Okay guys, we're just about done. We have a whole platter full of cookies. I still got some in the oven cooking. They smell so good. And a single serving to try. Yes. Again, our Christmas chocolate chunk cookies made with ProCare Health calcium dark chocolate. These have 500 IU of calcium and 500 IU of vitamin D. And one little cookie like this has about a half a bar of calcium. So kind of gives you an idea if you're wanting a little extra calcium plus a little extra Christmas treat. Take care guys. Thank you for watching and enjoy.